Okay guys, so I'm back and they just released like the information on the new banners that will be coming out in 1.4, and obviously like Child was basically announced in the live stream to be coming back after Venti 1.4, but obviously Venti will be the first banner and then it will be Child afterwards. So with Venti comes his weapon as well, his best weapon. I'm assuming it would be his best weapon at least. But yeah, I'm just gonna say like right off the bat, I don't think the weapon banner is worth it, but we'll go through it in a sec. In terms of the character banner, obviously we have Venti as the featured 5-star, as like rumored since like probably a month ago. We already knew from the live stream that he'll be coming out as a rerun, so here he is. So other coming with Venti, there will be Sucrose, Razor, and Noel. So what do I think of this banner? Razor is amazing, but the problem is that physical damage, as you already know, falls off later into the game since reactions like Melt and Vaporize do a lot more damage. But he's still an amazing DPS carry. So do not think that he's not a good option as a DPS on your team. He's still amazing, but I'm just saying that there are better options out there for main DPS comps. If you want to go for a superconduct comp, I'm pretty sure is the best DPS when it comes to physical damage right now in the game. Sucrose is amazing, but I mean, if you're someone in this banner, right, you're pretty much only going for Venti, right? Like, I mean, there'll be some exceptions whereby you go for Razor. Some people will go for a Razor. Some people will go for Sucrose. If you don't have Sucrose, I would say go for the one copy of Sucrose. I forgot what I don't remember which aspect of crafting she benefits you in, but there's one aspect whereby she increases the drops by like she doubles the drops or something like that at a 10% drop rate. So she's nice to have like at least one copy of. Sucrose is really good if you do not have Venti and you do not really want to like go all the way, or do not have enough Primal Gems to go all the way for Venti and you still do not have a good Anemo character or like a Anemo support. She's a really good option, but you don't really need dupes on her. I think a C1 is good if I am remembering correctly, but I don't think you need any dupes on her. Noel, Noel was guaranteed in the beginner's banner, so and I'll assume that most people have summoned on that banner, so you would already have Noel. So if you were to be targeting Noel, then you'll be probably targeting C6, since C6 is the big constellation for Noel. But I don't think the 4 stars on this banner are that exceptional, but they are decent still lah. But I mean, if you want to summon this banner, I'm assuming that you want Venti. If you do not want Venti that much, I wouldn't summon on this banner at all. I mean, unless you do not have any Sucroses. Like if you don't even have one, then I'll probably go for one Sucrose if possible. The weapon banner, I'll just say it right now. Why is this guy? What is this? Yo, get out of my face. What the hell? Okay. For the weapon banner, yeah, I'm just going to say it. It's not worth it, man. I don't honestly, in general, I don't think weapon banners are worth it at all, since you can't really target a specific weapon. You have a 37 point example. You only want one of the 5 stars, right? One of the featured 5 stars, then you only have a 37.5% chance of getting that one weapon. It's not even like a 50-50. So like you can just keep going on and on and on without pulling uh the featured 5 star you want. But and in this case, it's most likely going to be the bow, since I do not think the sword is that good of a 5 star weapon, in my opinion, and many other people think so as well. We think that the Skyward Sword is the worst 5 star in the game, 5 star weapon in the game. Yeah, I mean, like if you think that's good for Bennett, Aquila Fovonia and what's it called, Jake Carter are still better in my opinion, even though like the Skyward Sword gives you energy recharge. It's still a decent weapon if you for some reason want to pull on this banner. If you land on it and You do not have any other 5-star swords. You can slap that on your Bennett still. But I'm just saying it's not needed on Bennett. It's not that good, okay? The bow, is the main attraction of this banner, obviously, because this bow is tailor-made for Venti, in my opinion, and it's releasing Venti, so obviously MiHoYo has like, MiHoYo wants to push like this bow since Venti is there. So like, I'm assuming this will be the best bow for Venti for like quite a while. So if you really, really like your Venti, I still can't recommend someone in this banner. This banner is so bad. Okay, let's. I'm just okay. This bow, don't get me wrong, is amazing for Venti. Okay. And the only thing is that, okay, first of all, energy recharge, as a secondary stat, energy recharge is always good on someone like Venti, Fischl. Problem is that you do not really need energy recharge as a secondary stat for Venti, since like he gets his out back like really easily anyways. I right now run a rank 2 stringless on my Venti. If you don't know, the stringless doesn't give energy recharge, it gives elemental mastery, I believe. So I do not have energy recharge on my bow, and yet I'm still getting my out back very frequently, and I do not really find the need to have energy recharge on my bow. But it's definitely a nice touch to the bow, I guess. And then, if you don't know what it does, it basically provides you with elemental mastery, and you can trigger an effect whenever an elemental skill or a burst hits the opponent. So you know how Venti's out, there's like multiple, like a ton of instances of damage. So you probably, I don't know how many ticks it is exactly, I'm just guessing it's like 12 hits or something. So like every 0.2 seconds, it once one of those ticks hit and deals damage, it will give you 1 stack, like 1 sigil. And once you hit 4 sigils, you would gain an attack buff by 20% for 12 seconds and 100 elemental mastery. And this one, and you can and it goes all the way up to 40% for all your allies, I believe. Let me take a look. Yup, all nearby party members by 28% attack and 100 elemental mastery, and it goes up to 40% and 200 elemental mastery. Again, this is really good for Venti, obviously, since you do not even have to be on the field when you trigger the 4 stacks, because it literally says that you can just swap out and the character doesn't have to be on the field. So you can just swap your Venti out, and then you can just do a bunch of reactions and stuff, throw your abilities into the Venti vortex, and then you'll basically be getting 20% attack bonus and 100 elemental mastery, assuming it's refinement rank 1, because majority of people would not go for more than refinement 1 or even refinement 1. So yeah. As for the 4 stars, right, we have Favonius. Is this called Favonius Warbow? I think it's Favonius Warbow. Yeah, Favonius Warbow. It's an alright weapon for Venti, Fischl, but alright is pretty much all the credit I can give to it, since it's not that outstanding. It's definitely viable for Venti and Fischl, since, like, once again, I don't think Venti needs that much energy recharge. This bow gives energy recharge, and the passive makes it so that you gain back more energy particles, so it basically gives you like a crap ton of energy. So it is really nice to have, because pretty much guarantees that your Venti will permanently have his out, but once again, it's not needed. If you have a stringless, it is enough for Venti. If you have a Black Cleave Warbow, which you can buy from the shop right now with Star Glitter, it is more than enough for Venti. Moving on, the sword. Okay, I don't know what it's called. Is it? Oh, the Ellie Flash. The Ellie Flash. Elemental Mastery as a secondary stat. Immediately not that great, because when you're looking at a weapon, you're like, first of all, you're looking for like crit chance or crit damage, and then third of all, you probably look at attack percentage, for example. Elemental Mastery isn't that good in my opinion if you were thinking of someone like Sync 2 whereby you constantly have reactions is not that great either, since energy recharge, he needs a lot of energy recharge, so that would be much better for him. And he wouldn't really be the one who procs the reactions. Like Sync 2 wouldn't be the one who procs Vaporize, but rather like your Diluc or like your Hu Tao, for example. So Elemental Mastery isn't that great for him. Increases damage dealt by the character equipping this weapon by 12%. Taking damage disables this effect for 5 seconds. This is going to be good on teams whereby you have like a shield, especially a team with like Zhongli or something, since his shield is extra thick. So this could go well on like those teams, but honestly it's not that big of a damage bump. 12% is noticeable, but you're basically forced to have a shield character if you want to have this up constantly. And then refinement rank 1 is only 12%. On top of that, the secondary stat is Elemental Mastery, so you wouldn't really want to give this weapon to a main DPS per se. So yeah, not that great. It's not bad, but it's not amazing either. Wine and Song. Energy recharge secondary substat, hitting an opponent with normal attacks, decrease stamina cost and stamina consumption of sprint or alternate sprint by 14% for 5 seconds. And then additionally, using a sprint, blah blah blah, increases attack for 5 seconds. When I think of this catalyst, I think of Mona. But honestly I don't have the most experience with Mona, because all my experience has been from like watching YouTube videos, so I have not experienced Mona firsthand. So I can't say for sure if this weapon I can't for sure say like how good this weapon is for her, since once again I don't have much experience with her. So I'm just like gonna tell you guys my opinion of this book without experience of Mona. So in my opinion, I think this is an alright weapon for Mona, since energy recharge is good for her out, because her out is pretty much her whole kit, honestly. Like in my eyes, it's pretty much her whole kit. Her regular hits and charge attacks have decent multipliers if I'm not wrong, like her charge attacks. Her E is pretty decent if like considering the taunt is the same as Gan Yu's taunt. So it's a pretty decent ability, but in terms of what you think of Mona when you hear her name, it's probably gonna be her out. So her energy recharge ain't bad. I do not know if Mona struggles with energy recharge or not, but I'll assume that it's good for her. And then, but the problem is that when you hit like an opponent with a normal attack, it decreases stamina consumption. I mean, this is decent because her out will do more damage, but like there are different alternatives for this. And you know how like the weapon banner, there's like five different 4-star weapons. I thought it was 4, I don't know why, but there's 5 different weapons. It'll be hard to snipe one particular 5-star in like under 20 rows, for example. So if you want to go for this, I mean, you can go for it on your own risk. I wouldn't go for it, honestly. Dragon's Bane pretty much doesn't see any use except for Hu Tao, for example. If you are like really budget, then Dragon's Bane is a pretty good weapon for Hu Tao from what I've seen. And what else? Favonius Great Sword. I mean, honestly, I've never seen anyone using Favonius Great Sword in my entire life. Like out of any video, I've never seen a single person use Favonius Great Sword. There's just so many better weapons out there. So like if you're summoning for if you're trying to summon on this weapon better for this weapon in particular, I don't know what to say to you. I've never seen anyone use this sword. Like as far as I remember, no one. Okay, so yeah, I think this is the end of the video. Like in summary, don't summon for this weapon banner. Summon for this character banner if you want Venti. So yeah, it's as simple as that. So yeah, see you guys in the next video.